and welcome to Community with me, Melissa Sandfield. Today is June 17th, and of course it's Wednesday because we're here in the community. I have one guest, count on one, and he's going to tell us all about Toastmasters, and he's going to tell us what he does outside of Toastmasters, which might be really, really interesting, as well as beneficial to you because after all here, we do network here in the community. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Marlo Wilkerson.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. So we have one thing in common, and that's Toastmasters.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about Toastmasters, and after that we're going to talk about the things that you do outside of Toastmasters, because we love Toastmasters, but it's not our whole entire life. We do things outside of that. So tell us, how did you find Toastmasters?
Well, Toastmasters was brought into my firm. I am a realtor of 14 years, and my broker brought it into the firm because he wanted us to be well-rounded at any level. And in December of 08 is when our Toastmaster chapter was formed, and I haven't looked back since.
Really? So 7 years?
7 years.
Wow. And I joined Toastmasters about a year and a half ago, and I've completed 2 books. So I have my competent communicator, I am a competent leader, and I'm working on my ACB and my ALB. And what the special thing about Toastmasters is it teaches us to communicate.
Absolutely.
Well with others, and it benefits you in your personal life. If you want to speak in front of your church members, some people are just terrified, right?
Absolutely. When Toastmasters was formed, it was all about communication. And what we found with several surveys and questionnaires that people, I don't want to become a public speaker.
Right.
So people were turned off to it and didn't really get into it.
Mm-hmm.
However, we've changed our tagline since then. It's where leaders are made.
Mm-hmm.
And Toastmasters is not just communication. It's leadership, but also listening skills.
Right.
You know, you have to be able to pay attention attentively to be able to give great feedback.
Right. And I think that's really important. I would always go places, and like if there were a big group of people, a large group, I'd say, God, I have something written down here that I want to say, but I would like literally be like, I can't do it.
Right.
I can't get up and speak in front of these people. Now I can. Oh my God, people probably really sometimes want me to be quiet because I'm so comfortable.
Down, right?
No, I mean, I'm so comfortable speaking now because of Toastmasters.
Mm-hmm.
It's helped me so much.
You know, that people ask me all the time, why do we do what we do? Because those of you that don't know, Toastmasters, none of us are paid. It's all volunteer work. And people say, man, you have so much time in the Toastmasters. Why do you do it? It's for stories like yours. People that literally sweaty palms and they're shaking and they can't bear to even start talking. And now they're delivering speeches in forms of just a great speaker. And that alone is just so vibrant to me. And then we also have the youth leadership chapter, where we go directly to the kids. This is something near and dear to my heart, because where I grew up, we didn't have a whole lot. Therefore, we got in trouble.
Right.
You know, little boys with nothing to do, we're throwing rocks, we're breaking windows, and we're in trouble. So this gives them an avenue to learn something and have a really strong personality and some confidence.
Right.
And that carries over into their school, into high school, into college, and into regular life.
Right,
so I'm really excited about the youth leadership.
Oh, that's wonderful. I did a little research on Toastmasters before I joined. I mean, as you should research anything that you'd like to be a part of.
Absolutely.
And I found out that I believe Toastmasters has been around like 89 years when I joined, so maybe it's been around 91 years now?
90 years. In
90
October,
years.
we celebrate our 90th birthday.
Wow.
It was birthed in 1924 in a little bitty YMCA in Santa Ana, California.
Right here in our state.
Right here in our backyard. And we're now in 129 countries.
Wow, that's amazing.
Absolutely. We are truly international.
And if you had to give me a roundabout figure, the last figure that I heard was like 313,000 members worldwide.
Right, we're at about 320 now.
Oh, wow. So we've gained 7,000 members
We're gaining every single. Last year, the growth throughout Toastmasters International as a whole was 7%.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that probably makes up the number that I saw, because I like to look it up every once in a while and say how many members are, are in the group. So I think it's important to know that there's a Toastmaster group for anyone. If you like comedy, there's a Toastmaster group for that. If you like real estate, there's a group for that. I mean, anything you want to do, there's a group. The clergy women, if you're a Delta, realty, I mean, everything that you can think of. It's
Those are our specialty clubs that you're speaking about. We have a ton of different specialty clubs.
Yes.
One that you didn't mention a lot of people like is the wine tasting Toastmasters.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that
Yeah,
one.
we have wine tastings. They meet in Redondo Beach, and I believe they meet on Fridays.
Oh, cool.
Where they actually give an educational about wine in forms of speeches.
Wow.
Where the wine came from, how it came about, how it's made, where did it start. All those things that we conversate all the time about. However, we put it in a form of a speech.
And I am, well, yeah, I guess I'll be joining another club. I am also president of Dinner at 7 Toastmasters, which is another specialty club.
Absolutely.
And we meet for dinner every other week. At 7 o'clock, of course, and we pick different restaurants. So this week we're going to be going to Uncle Darrow's in Marina Del Rey.
I need to get by that club because I've heard some great things, and that's
you
one
haven't
club
been
that
by
I
my club.
haven't came by yet. But we have 169 clubs. I'll get to all of them eventually.
And that's the thing that I would love to touch on also, is that wherever you sit, you can find at least about 100 clubs, especially in California, in your area. You can Google and search and say within 5 miles, you're going to find a club any day of the week, any time of the day.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you want to have, like, Justice Masters was a lunch style meeting, so I was able to go there during lunch. Culver City Toastmasters, I love that group. It's a little work for me to get there, but I'm making a grand effort to get there. And ever since I've been going, I think I've only missed one meeting, and I think I was out of town or something. But these clubs are so close, and the people are so friendly. I mean, I've met so many great people like yourself, Patty, Stacy, and I already work together, but so many great people, and it's a great group to be a part of, and it also benefits our lives.
Absolutely. Our founder, Dr. Ralph Smedley, said people enjoy in the form of having fun. So if you're learning something, however it's not fun, you're working the brine, but you're not thirsty to go back.
Right.
So if you're learning something and being entertained, people can't stop.
So much fun.
And that's why we're 90 years strong.
If I were a person that just said, okay, I'm listening to this, I want to be a Toastmaster, what are the qualifications? What do we have to do?
The qualifications is mainly just come on into a club. Now, every club has a different dynamics. You will always have 3 major parts. You will have prepared speeches, table topics, and my favorite, evaluations. However, every club has its own culture. So you may have a backwards meeting. You may have a grab bag meeting. So there's all different types of ways to keep it fun and exciting. But mainly it's just be willing to learn and to step forward. We have a lot of members that will come into the club, join the club, but never speak. Well, it is a self-paced organization. However, we want you to get your feet wet. And that very first speech is about you. We call it the icebreaker.
Yeah, I love the icebreaker. And it lets your club or the group that you're interested in know all about you and where you're coming from and what your background is. And it seems to me as though a lot of relationships are bridged during the icebreaker, because a person may say, wow, I did that, or I wanted to learn to play the guitar, or, I've sailed boats before, or whatever, so you always find some type of connection with the people that are in your group.
That's one thing that we don't really talk about in Toastmasters is, the camaraderie that's built in all over the world.
All over the world.
Before Toastmasters, I didn't get on an airplane.
Really?
Because I'm the district governor, I've flown to Malaysia, Hong Kong,
wow,
Orlando, Cincinnati, Phoenix, I don't do planes.
Really?
However, now I'm juiced up to go now.
Oh,
I'm juiced up to
wow.
go.
Yay.
But there's several different things that you will gain. You know, long-term friends, connections. You know, we
Yes.
network a lot.
A lot.
You know, sometimes you're looking for someone, let's say, do some home improvement. There's somebody in your club that's been doing home improvement over 20 years
Right.
that you're comfortable with.
Yes.
See, we need to communicate. I've been sitting next to you for 3 months. I never know what you do for a living.
Right. Yeah, I always see you in really nice suits, and I'm like, what does he do? And he's going to tell us after we're done talking about Toastmasters. We're going to take a really quick break, and I'll be right back with Marlo.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
And we are back with Marlo Wilkerson. He is our district governor. Is that right?
That is correct.
Oh my God, how did I not know that? I was going to mess it up, but I guess I did know. I was having a black blonde moment. But that's okay because I have those often. I would love to know how you raised yourself through the ranks, because you hold a very high position in Toastmasters and we all look up to you. So how did you want to do it, or did somebody kind of nudge you? Like, I'm kind of being nudged right now, and it's a good nudging to be area governor. And I wouldn't have done it if my mentor Patty hadn't told me, you need to go for this, you need to keep moving forward. So did someone push you, or was this like, were you self-propelled?
No one pushed me. And I agree with Patty. You gain a lot inside the club. But when you come out the club and start to network with other clubs, come to our conference, you know, our contest, all the events we hold, that's when the real bang for your buck starts to happen.
Right.
I remember I was 6 months into being a Toastmaster, and we had a conference. We have 2 conferences every year, fall and spring. I believe it was the spring. I came to the conference. I'm sitting down and I'm watching everything go on. And I said, I want to do this. I was sitting next to a young lady. Her name was Julie Fogg. Julie was sitting next to me, and I said, I want to do this. She grabbed my hand, ran over to Keith Jackson, which was just elected as Division E governor. Said, we need area governors. I said, sure, I'll be an area governor. What's an area governor?
Right.
And then from there, I went on to being a division,
Yeah.
and then both lieutenants, and now district governor, which is
Wow.
now being changed to district director.
Wow. So will you run for that seat again, or it's automatically yours unless you're contested? How does that work?
In Toastmasters, every role is 1-year term.
Okay.
At the leadership.
At the
You know, from
leadership
area
level.
governor on up
Okay.
is 1-year term. There's only one role internationally that's 2 years, and that's international director.
Okay.
And that's where I may land next.
Really?
International director.
We're sipping tea, sipping tea, and he's pouring his own tea. I didn't reach for that, y'all,
Right.
but that's good. I mean, it gives us people like me who are coming up through the ranks something to look forward to. You know, you see someone that's so excited about their position, and like I say, this is like volunteer work, but it's self-improvement. I can say that more
Absolutely.
than anything. So people go, well, are you getting paid to do that? Why are they paying you to do that? Why are you putting so much time into that? Because I'm investing in me.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, invest in you. What you put in a Toastmaster, that's what you will get out of it.
Right.
And I have this little slogan that I say all the time. The only way you can fail in Toastmasters is if you quit.
Right.
You absolutely have to quit. If you go through the blueprint that we have laid out for you, it's a piece of cake and guaranteed It's guaranteed that you will learn something that you can take into your personal life, you can take into your corporate life, your business. You know, we have business owners. You know, all those things that you'll be able to use throughout your life, pretty much.
And I've heard people recently, when I tell them I'm a Toastmaster, well, what is it? What do you do? What is it about? You know, a lot of people don't know. And I've had about 3 calls this week from people who saw my name on the internet and have called and said, when is the next meeting? So I have like 3 guests showing up for this Saturday's meeting at Uncle Darrow's. Right. And I make sure I call them back. I make sure I engage them and let them know I pass that smile through the phone and say, yes, we would love for you to come, because I know that it's going to benefit that person. At the end of the day, they are going to be glad that they came. And if this is a specialty club and they like to go out and eat dinner every other week, then this is a group for you. And if not, I tell them, even if my club doesn't fit, we can find a club that fits for you.
Absolutely. 169 clubs. There's a club out there for you. And we have clubs all over the world.
Yes.
In District 1, you know, we're just one of the several districts. District 52 is in Burbank, right behind us, and Founders District is in Orange County, right above us. They're all over the place.
All over.
You said something that resonated with me is smile through the phone. That's something that we do in real estate. You know, smile. They can hear you. So as you're talking to people, make sure you're smiling, because they pick up on those type of things. And these little tools, nuggets, are things that you can take on. Here we are sitting down on the radio, and you're using some of your skills now. I'm watching your eye contact.
I am. Actually, the real reason why I joined Toastmasters is because of this radio show. When I first started, I'd be like, and I had no clue. And then Cynthia Moore invited me. She said, there's this great group. And as soon as I went, the day that I went, I was like, who do I pay? Who do I give my money to? Because this is it. This is where I want to be. And ever since then, it's helped me so much to be thoughtful, mindful, conscious of what I say before I say it. You know, even if it's like something like placing an order for food, you know, I would like, you know, it makes you think, follow through with your thoughts, where they are complete thoughts before you even get the words out of your mouth.
That is a great point.
It helps
and
you
what
a
we
lot.
do is make sure you pause. Most people have filler words, so, and, like. And those words generally come when you're thinking of the next thought. It's a beautiful day today. I had a great time.
Right.
So we just practice to pause. It's a beautiful day today. On the way driving here, I had a little traffic, but I had such a great day. There was no worries.
No worries.
And just take that pause out. And the point of that is just to make you aware of it. And slowly but surely, you start to delete those filler words out your system. That way you can have a competent conversation throughout the day.
Throughout the day. That's a wonderful thing. I wanted to touch on all of the contests that we do throughout the year. Table topics, tall tales, speech evaluation, and then the number one thing that I like are the international speech contests.
Yes.
And all the things that we do in Toastmasters, and let me know if I'm correct, it leads up to the international speech contest, you know, the convention.
Right.
And our convention this year is August 12th through August 15th, correct?
Correct.
In Las Vegas, so it is
in Vegas,
attainable.
In our backyard.
It's in our backyard. Last year it was in Malaysia, and so this year it's in Vegas, and you can look it up. Toastmasters.org is the website. This is a very big convention, and there are going to be so many people there. I'm going. My daughter just made president for Black Chamber of Commerce.
Wow! Congratulations!
Toastmasters. And so she'll be going to president's training, and I was so proud. She's like, we're at Legoland one day. She's like, Mommy, I want to join Toastmasters. I'm like, give me my phone. I'm like, let me find your club. Wow. And I found her that club. And I went to the club, and I was so excited. I was like, thank you guys for embracing my child, because it takes one bad experience for someone to get turned off from something. And they have embraced her. They have molded her. She has come in first place in Tall Tales, second place in international. And
That's
she
really great.
has not even been there a year, and now she's president. So she's on her way.
That's awesome.
I am so glad that they embraced her, that they've done great things for her, and they're helping mold her, because I can't be there with her for every step, but I'm really proud of her to follow in my footsteps as a Toastmaster.
We have a thing in Toastmasters where some of the leaders, we say, if the world were all Toastmasters, we wouldn't have war, because we're such a tight-knit organization.
Yes.
all over the world.
All over the
All over the
world.
world. You can go to China and walk into a Toastmasters club, and you will be welcomed with open arms.
Yes.
Patty has traveled all over the place. She went to Africa and went to a Toastmasters.
Yes. Canada.
I was in Louisiana visiting my father. I looked up, I went to a Toastmasters club.
Wow.
You drink the Toastmaster Kool-Aid, and you'll never drink anything else again.
Wow. See, I need to write these things down. I'm going to be like, but okay, he said drink the. Yeah, I mean, I looked up some clubs when I was in New York. I just wasn't able to get to them. There was one in Harlem on 125th Street, and I actually contacted the person, but for some reason she didn't call back, so I don't know if she was busy or what. But I did have intentions on going to Harlem. And then there was a club that it was in Brooklyn, like 30 years. You have these clubs that have been around
Absolutely.
since like 1912, or not 1912, but from Torrance has a club that started originally, I think like a year the first club started or something. They've been around a long time. And some of these clubs you have to have a prerequisite for, right? Like you have to have your degree in this or your degree in that. Some clubs are closed, but there are so many clubs that are open, and they're open for you. They're open for me. You just have to be 18 years old, correct?
Absolutely. And I'd like to touch on that. We have some clubs that are closed. A closed club means it's at an organization, or maybe your job, for instance. You need to work for that particular company to be
Okay.
into that club.
Okay.
Now, we have some corporate clubs where they're not necessarily closed, but it's at a corporate organization. For instance, Northrop Grumman.
Okay.
Northrop Grumman, because of it being Northrop Grumman, there's specific things you have to do to get into it.
Oh, okay.
Security and those things type
Right.
of nature. You can't take pictures. Then you have the community clubs.
Right.
The community clubs are when anyone can walk in and join the club. And every single club, no matter where it is, you will find the Toastmaster structure.
Structure, yes.
You may have a different atmosphere. In my club, it's a bunch of realtors. We're in suits all the time. However, we're open. We have some bankers, some financial advisors,
Right.
even some escrow officers, and then people just off the street.
Oh, cool. That's what I like about it, because so many different dynamics in each club, and you go into one club, there's this different sort of climate, but it's the
Absolutely.
same structure, same things. The club may be an hour long, it may be 2 hours long, it may meet once a week, twice a week, like we meet every other week at dinner at 7.
Absolutely.
Some people meet once a month, like you do at Toastmasters After Dark. Hey, y'all. I mean, it's like, just pick one. You can just pick what you like. And I love that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Church, Faithful Central has a Toastmasters club. And that's, I'm sure, a beautiful club. I've been wanting to go. It's on Thursday nights. Tinseltown has a club. So if you like Hollywood and films and things like that, there's a club for you there. So many great things. I wanted to speak about the convention, August 12th through August 15th. When you win at the international level, how does your life change? I've heard some people say you get a lot of money when you speak. You can command that. How does one's life change after they win international? They're number one in the international speech contest for Toastmasters.
Let me go back from the beginning when we're talking about the contest.
Yes.
At every district, we have over 90-something districts around the world, again, in over 127 countries. You have the club level. In your club, you and I are both in Toastmasters After Dark.
Okay.
So we compete. Whoever wins represents the club. It's a playoff system, if you will. Then you go to the area. The area is 5 clubs They consist of one area.
Okay.
And then they battle out who wins the area, then the division, and then the district. Now we have table topics, tall tales, humorous speech contest, and evaluation. Those 4 all stop at the district level.
Okay.
International speech contest is the only one that goes international.
Okay.
And that's the reason why we call it international. You win at the district level, now you're competing against districts from all around the world.
Wow.
It's a playoff system. You're usually competing against 7 to 9 people. You go to the semifinals, and if you win, world champion, public speaking for Toastmasters, your life does change. You are now in high demand. People are calling you, booking you. You're now literally living out of a suitcase.
Really?
You can start commanding what you're there for. Now, Toastmasters districts, we don't pay speakers. Again, we're nonprofit.
Yes.
We take care of their travel. We take care of the plane flight. We take care of their hotel. We treat them like royalty.
Wow.
It's a wonderful thing. The speaker that won in Malaysia, he's from Sri Lanka.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
He will be speaking at our fall conference in November.
Really? Oh, wow.
I had that set up. The minute he won, I was already on it, just like all the other people. And he will be speaking. And our third place, as you just saw with Kelly Sargent, she spoke at our spring conference we just had on the 30th of May.
Wow.
So the conference is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal, and that's where everyone comes together. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I kind of messed up at that one because I saw you there, but I don't know if you saw me. I just thought I was going to vote, so I was like, I'm just going to vote. I'm not going to stay. And I literally got up and was like, threw on like whatever. And when I went in, everyone was dressed to the nines, and it was in Beverly Hills, and there was a buffet breakfast there, and I saw so many people I knew, and I was like, oh my God, why did I just thought I was going to go punch like you do, like when I regularly vote, you know, just like get up in the morning, like, you know, whatever, and then punch your vote and leave. I don't see anybody I know. But on this day in Beverly Hills, like a month ago, shame on me.
You should have known.
Everybody
We were
was
having a conference.
suited and booted. It was a business meeting. We talked about finances. We talked about what's going on. We voted for our new leadership. And I had no idea. It was my first time. That mistake I will never make again.
Now, on international level, times that by 100. Times that by 100. You have everyone all over the world in this one conference.
Wow.
In
Where is it
Malaysia,
going to be
it was-
held?
This will be at Caesars
Caesars.
in Vegas.
I'm going to go to, my daughter and I have already planned, because she's president, I'm a president, and then I hope to be an area governor. We're looking forward to this conference August 12th through August 15th in Las Vegas at Caesars. That's a plug. We are looking forward to that.
You will definitely watch District 1 walk across the stage as a distinguished district.
Really?
Only distinguished districts are better walk across the stage, and we're really looking forward to that.
Wow.
In fact, we're about 200 more payments shy of being distinguished. So District 1 Toastmasters, pay your dues.
Pay your dues, Toastmasters. I'm in 4 clubs, and my goodness, I could probably join 2 or 3 more, but whew, I don't know if I have the time.
I will
but
get you
love
looked
it.
into one more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why not one more?
One more? Okay. Hey, District Governor is speaking here. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to wrap it up, our conversation about Toastmasters. And then we're going to talk to Marlo about what he does outside of Toastmasters in the business world. And we want to network with him on that. We'll be right back. And we are back. Time is flying. It's going by really fast. We're going to just close it out about Toastmasters, and we're going to talk to Marlo about the great things that he's doing in the real estate world. So I did have one final thing that I wanted to touch on, and that is the benefit of Toastmasters, the benefit of being a Toastmaster personally and in your profession. I know that you can get raises sometimes if you get your letters that you've completed certain levels, but tell us about how it feels to come through the ranks and then become a distinguished Toastmaster, and how that benefits us.
We have acronyms. Every time you complete a manual, you move to a next level. The very first one is the CC, Competent Communicator. Mm-hmm. That's the communication track. We have 2 tracks. And then there's the Competent Leader, the CL. Mm-hmm. That's the leadership track. You can work on those at the same time. Going through the ranks, we have the communication, then you go into the advanced, and then you get to the distinguished Toastmaster. You'll see a lot of members have DTM behind their name, and that's a distinguished Toastmaster. We like to call that the PhD of Toastmasters. There's quite a bit that you need to complete to get to that level, but it's very rewarding. Very rewarding. You talked about individuals getting raises. We have testimonies from hundreds of our members going through the ranks, getting evaluated at their jobs in their place of business, and going up faster than the rest of their colleagues. Our past district governor, 2010, 2011, Giovanna Dettori, she works for Mattel. She got 3 different raises in 1 year.
Wow.
When you complete these, a certificate is sent to your employer. Some of our clubs, the employers pay for the members.
Yes.
So it's very important for them to see that their money is working towards the benefit of the company.
Yes.
And also, as an individual, you're gaining as well. So it's a whole lot of benefits. And we're not even talking about the benefits that's not even on paper.
Right.
I have people that I've met through Toastmasters that I call friends for life.
Right.
I would have not met them without Toastmasters. And this is an organization where you can meet a lot of people in a very short amount of time.
Yes. I've met so many people. Oh, God, I mean, it's been incredible. And I mean, just to know Patty, who's a judge, and then you are a realtor, and then Cynthia's a realtor, and Stacy's a city prosecutor. I mean, so many different people that you meet. Michael's a consultant with his own business. These are people that you can learn and grow from. Absolutely. We have people who have Toastmasters in the prison. They take their time and go to the prisons to help enhance people's life and give them a better quality of life inside the prison, that you just don't sit there and pump iron or shoot pool or whatever it is they do in prison. We're going to enhance your mind. We're going to give you something to think about. We're going to give you some time to prepare and do some great things inside, and it'll carry them when they get out into the real world again.
We want to make sure that whoever is listening that learns about Toastmasters, it's a benefit for you. If this is something that you feel is not benefiting you, we have 6 months, half and half. So if you don't feel you've got your money worth in Toastmasters for 6 months, don't rejoin. As you said earlier, myself and several others, multiple clubs.
Yes.
You can be as many clubs as you want to be. Some people like morning clubs, some people like evening clubs, some people like afternoon clubs, business clubs, social clubs.
Yes.
We have them all here in District 1.
And you can start your own club. If you have an idea or you have friends, like a book club, you know, you want to say, I like books, and 10 of my friends, we like books too. So we're going to start a book club, a book Toastmasters club, because there's a storytelling Toastmaster club. And then you mentioned Mattel. Mattel has a Toastmasters. Anything you would like to do, it's there for you. I often think about starting one for Roscoe's Toastmasters club. It would benefit our servers, and it would benefit our host to learn to greet people, and it teaches us to engage. I engage so easily. I already did because I'm a people person, but it makes it so much easier to meet people when you're comfortable speaking. And you're
You are
confident in
talking
yourself.
my language. You are talking. In fact, after this show, let's go over to Roscoe's and get that club started.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like a good thing. All right. Well, I want to wrap it up about Toastmasters, and then we're going to speak about what it is that you do. But we would like to say, we're in agreement with this, that Toastmasters can be for anyone. It will enhance your life. It will benefit you. You can network. You can meet many friends who are like-minded. You can find a group that suits your needs. Day, night, evenings, weekends, big clubs, little clubs. It doesn't matter. It will help you and it will benefit you. It's been around for 90 years. My God, the test is in the pudding there. And just a little bit of history. They let women in before they let who in?
Women came about. Toastmasters, when it first started, it was only men. And when it first started, it was only white men.
Mm-hmm.
And then women were allowed in 75, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Then the floodgates opened.
And when did they start letting anybody else in?
This was, I'm not sure on the year, but it wasn't that far after women were allowed in.
Right. So I said that to say that we should be grateful that we are a part of this huge organization and that we are welcome. And now it doesn't matter. Our leadership is a rainbow of people, light, dark, white, black, Hispanic, Asian. It doesn't matter. We love to see people speak. We love people that have character. And these clubs build character. They build leaders and they build character. So it's a great thing. And we're able to be in it because it could very well still be closed. Like, well, we're not taking, it can be done. Skulls and Bones, they're different places. I don't know. I haven't researched it. But I know that I'm grateful that we're able to be a part of such a huge organization that benefits each and every person, no matter what your race, creed, color, sexual orientation is, does not matter. Everyone is respected, and I've never met anyone that was rude or pushy, or everyone's so nice. It's almost like a great cult. It's like a cult following, right? And people, I don't want to use that. That's a bad word I probably use, but I love it. I love it. I love it. That's my endorsement. That's my disclaimer. You have any closing remarks about Toastmasters, Mr. District Governor?
We are less than 2 weeks away from starting our fiscal year. Toastmasters International fiscal year starts July 1st, ends June 30th. We are still thriving for a President's Distinguished District. All of the members that are in clubs, make sure you pay your dues, turn those educationals in, and most of all, tell someone about Toastmasters. Yes. District 1, where we are one district, one family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well said, well said. Well, we're going to take a super quick break, and then the last 15 minutes are going to go to Marlo, all about Marlo. I'll let him run the show. This is going to be his show when we come back. It's going to be a takeover with Marlo. We'll be right back.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
And we are back, and it's the Takeover Show. It's the Marlo Wilkerson Takeover Show. So, Marlo, tell us all about what you do outside of Toastmasters.
I am a realtor. I've been a realtor for about 14 years. I'm with Century 21 Action, and that's in the beautiful city of Long Beach. And what we do is we try to help individuals in homes and even out of homes. You know, we have this thing where we say, contact a realtor and just find out where you are.
Right.
A lot of people, I can't do it. Especially when I'm dealing with, my own neighborhood. A lot of people feel that they can't. Mm-hmm. And most people that say they can't are qualified buyers.
Really?
So we sit down with people, we talk to them, and our main thing is just to find out where they stand. We show them if it's possible right now, and if it's not, we work with them until it's possible.
Right.
You treat everyone as if they're your only client.
Right.
And with respect. Therefore, you have people continuing to come back, and you take care of them. Treat everyone like you want to be treated, and you'll be fine. The real estate market is historically up and down, up and down. You look at history, it's been that way forever. However, it is a great profession.
And where can we reach you or find you? Website or email or anything?
You can email me at marlow1@gmail.com or marlow@emailc21.com.
Okay. That's Century 21.
Correct.
C21.
Correct.
Okay. What is the FICO score for someone that wants to buy a home, first-time buyer?
Now, the FICOs, they fluctuate.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you're looking at about 620.
Mm-hmm.
You do have some banks that will take 580.
Okay.
Now, it's a little... The interest rates are higher.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're at more of a risk. So there are some banks that will do it. However, you're going to pay a little bit more interest.
Okay.
But right now, we're at a historic low. It's never been this low. I wish when I bought my house, it was at this, because it's lowest it's ever been.
The prices for homes are going up again now, right?
They're slightly going up.
Slightly.
One thing about real estate, it doesn't jump one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gradual.
Okay.
It goes from one end to the other.
Okay.
And you, the public, you guys control the market. A lot of people always ask me how the prices, who makes the prices?
Right.
The public makes the prices.
Right. I
What you are
understand that.
willing to pay for a property, that sets the comps, the comparable homes in that area.
Okay.
So if a comparable home in your area is 550 to 600, those are what the comps are going to spend. When it's on the market and you have somewhat of a battle for the property, you have 5 different people all bidding on this property. Without going to the fact where it doesn't even appraise, you get all the way up to, let's say, 610, 620. If it appraises, now all the other homes in that area are slowly going up.
Okay. And are there any first-time buyer programs out there that people should know about?
Oh my gosh, there's so many programs out there. You have to look at it this way. The state does not want people not be able to get into a property. However, back in '08, we had the big blow up where you stuck a mirror underneath your nose and show that you were breathing and you were into a property.
Right.
They have guidelines. However, there's so many programs out there that makes it available for people to get into properties. And usually it's one-sided, where some people are taking advantage of it, some people don't even know about it, some people are just too afraid to even talk about it.
Right. What about, do you know about the program that's going on in Inglewood right now where they're matching a down payment or something like that, or they're giving you a loan and you don't have to pay it back until...
Right. There's several cities that do that.
Okay.
Several cities that
What
do
is
that.
it called?
And, well, they're all called a little something different. Like, for instance, you have Compton, Carson, Inglewood, Hawthorne, Norwalk, certain parts of L.A. It's first-time buyers program where they will give you up to, Let me repeat that, up to $150,000 towards your property. Now, I know in the city of Compton, if you stay in the property 10 years, that second is forgiven.
Oh, really?
So if you buy a property for $300,000 and you get the maximum of $150,000, you're paying on $150,000 if you stay into the property the time that's allowed. Now, if you're 7 years, you pay a percentage.
Right.
The more you stay in it, the percentage goes down till it disappears completely.
Oh, wow. Well, that's wonderful. So make sure we have your information again,
Absolutely.
please.
Absolutely. Again, it's marlow@emailc21.com or marlo.wilkerson1@gmail.com.
What is the one thing that you would want someone to know that, like you said, that is afraid? What would you tell someone if I said, Marlo, I really want to get my first house, but I'm really afraid? What do you tell them?
In our profession, the biggest thing is being able to talk to somebody and relate with them. I have a minute to 2 minutes to be able to capture your trust. In that minute to 2 minutes, I have to make sure that I am only thinking about you and what's best for you.
Right.
The minute it becomes about me, they're off and running.
Right.
The main thing is just to have a relationship with them and just to put it out for them. There is no, you have to go with me.
Right.
No. We can sit down and have a conversation. When you come and sit down with me, before you leave, you will know exactly where you are,
Right.
what's your next step, and how much you'll be able to purchase a home for.
What about people who have like open-ended things like collections on their accounts?
We work with all of that. In my office, it's a one-stop shop. We have lenders there. Some people want to refinance. We do it all in my office.
But what I'm saying is, like, if a person has collections on their credit, are they still able to get a home?
It's a case by case.
Case by case.
Some of them are and some of them aren't, depending on what's there. And during the consultation when we first sit down, all these things will be looked at. And again, you will know exactly where you stand before you leave. Whether it's you're able to purchase now, or maybe in 6 months, or maybe a year, depending on your situation. That's why I say case by case.
And what about the bureaus, the credit bureaus? If you pull all three, do you average them out, or do you pick the highest number, the credit report that has the highest number?
We pull all three, and it's always the middle number that you pick. So if you're a 760, 720, and a 740, so we're going to use that middle number,
Okay.
and that's where it will be.
Okay. And I had one other question about real estate. What about if a person is single and they're really afraid, like, I don't know if I can do this? You know what I mean? Does the bank say you have to get a smaller loan because it's just you? Or if your income is just really dynamite, you're able to get what you want?
Debt to ratio.
Debt to ratio.
So if you make a certain amount, and then they look at the history of Melissa. You have a car note, you have credit cards, and all these things, and you make a certain amount. They look at that, and that's where you're able to afford $400,000 or $600,000,
Right,
and that's
right.
how that's produced.
Okay. So we should really have a push for more people to become homeowners, people who are afraid, or, because I think I saw in the news a couple of weeks ago that rent in like Santa Monica, and I'm not just saying Santa Monica, but that's who the story was about. Their apartments are like $2,300 for a 1-bedroom, and I'm like thinking to myself, can't they get a house for $2,300?
Depending on where you want to live, you can get a house and spend $1,200 a month.
Oh wow.
$1,200 a month. I tell people all the time, you're either going to buy your house or you're going to buy your landlord's house. But you're buying a house. My brother, I've been trying to get him into a property for years. He's been in his apartment for over 20 years.
Wow.
He's bought that apartment and probably the 2 or 3 next to him.
Right.
You're going to look, owning a home, you get so many benefits. Tax benefit. You're getting equity as it builds. If you stay in the property long enough, it's guaranteed that it's going to gain equity.
Right.
I tell people all the time, and in real estate, we don't make guarantees. Let's say in 10 years, if you haven't made any money, I'll buy the property back from you. Not one person has come back to me.
Wow.
Because if you're in it for a long amount of time, it's going to swing one way or the other.
Right.
And if you stay in it long enough, it's going to swing for the upside.
Wow, that's wonderful. Well, do you have any closing remarks? Anything you want us to know or the viewers to know about Century 21 and what you do and anything? It's all yours.
Century 21 Action, we've been around for over 30 years. We are the leaders in Long Beach area, and we're number 3 in the country.
Wow.
Number 3 in the country and number 1 in our specific region. We're well-trained. We have a well-diverse, it's over 200-something realtors there, and we will get you into a property. What I always like to tell people is just find out where you stand. It doesn't cost anything. You're not obligated to sign with anyone. Just find out where you stand, and then make the decision.
I remember my question now because I forget sometimes. If I came to you and I said, I want to get a home, does it matter if it's a foreclosure, and can you get a FHA home loan on a foreclosure apartment? I mean, on a foreclosure property, you know what I mean? Like, if you say, I just make like $12 an hour, but I don't have any debt really, I want to put, I want to buy a home. Can someone get a foreclosure and get an FHA loan on that, or a government assisted loan with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, FHA has their own program, and FHA, it has to be livable. So in order for you to get a property with an FHA loan, they send out their own inspectors to inspect the property, and if it meets their needs, absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, any questions that you all have, direct them to Marlo Wilkerson. He's at Century 21. He's giving you his email. And thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's been a ball. I really appreciate having interviews with people who I know personally. And this was a great interview because we talked about Toastmasters, and it's not so much business with Toastmasters. It's a lot of fun, and I've made a lot of great friends there, and Marlo happens to be one of them. And he's actually a professional that can help you and assist you into getting into a home, becoming a homeowner, which is part of our American dream, of course. So I think my time is up. I'm going to say good night. Say good night, Marlo.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. We're going to see you all next week in the community. I believe American Red Cross is going to be here. We're going to have a great interview. We're going to talk about all the history that the American Red Cross has and has done for so many people across our world and globally. They've done so much. So we've had a great conversation today. Toastmasters.org, O-R-G, is the place to go. It's the place to be. It will enhance your life and it will benefit you immensely. Spread your vocabulary out real thin and make it bigger. And we've done that tonight. We've had a great conversation. Thank you again, Marlo, for coming.
You're absolutely welcome.
We will see you next week in the community. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.